have had something come up. Yeah. Thank you, Sharon. People may have had something come up, and so we're planning to record it so that we can share it later. So if they're not here, but then the people where you're here, the great thing is you'll get to ask questions, and we can help with, you know, whatever comes up. A couple more people coming in. So my name is Lisa Lindgren. I'm the executive director for HandsOn San Diego, and I know some people from the Fundraising Fridays, which I actively participate in, and Sharon's mostly our leader on that one, and I've always gotten a lot out of that. And so this came about because San Diego Gives, we're probably all participating in San Diego Gives, and in one of the early kickoff meetings, somebody asked if we wanted to get volunteers. I mean, can we get volunteers to help? And so HandsOn San Diego, what we do is that we do connect volunteers with nonprofits to help them with their service, and also with communities such as like Escondido or Balboa Park. And we connect people who want to help with organizations and nonprofits that need their help. So we're happy to do this. So this Jessie Case is our volunteer engagement manager, and she's going to be really running the presentation today. She's going to show you kind of tell you a little bit about what HandsOn is, and then focus more specifically on how we're set up, or we're going to try to help you all with the needs that you have for your San Diego Gives campaign. I have to, little caveat, we can't guarantee any volunteers, but we're going to do our best, and we're going to promote it, and we have a landing page for people who are interested to come. So if you haven't already, be sure, and I'm sure she'll cover this, but be sure to provide Jessie with the information she needs about what you need, so it can go on to the site where we're driving all the volunteers to see how they can help, and then we will connect them directly with you. We have an hour today, but I think the content we planned on less than that, so there'll be plenty of room for questions. And I'll watch the chat. If there's anybody who wants to put things in the chat, I'll do that for Jessie. But I think she's got built into the agenda, so that if she'll take some breaks, and you'll actually be able to go off of mute and get started. Are there any questions before we start from anybody? Excellent. So please meet Jessie Case. She works for HandsOn for several years now. She's our volunteer engagement manager and does most of the heavy lifting behind the scenes.
Thank you for the introduction, Lisa. I have a fan running behind me, so if that gets too distracting, please let me know. It's a little warm today. I'm going to just get set up real quick so that I can see everything. All right, so basically, we're going to get started. Lisa gave a good rundown of what we'll be doing. I'll be talking a bit about what is HandsOn San Diego, the types of volunteer opportunities you can post, and I'll do a bit of a demo with our website, walking you through what it would look like for you to post an opportunity for volunteers to help during San Diego Gives. And then I'll share kind of the next steps for getting your opportunities up on our site. So you've met our team. This is our staff team. Lisa and I, we are able to run the site with the help of a lot of volunteers. But if you haven't heard of HandsOn San Diego, it may be because we're pretty small. We are growing a lot. In the past year, we've added, we probably doubled our number of organizations that we work with, and and the more organizations and people that hear about us, the more volunteers are coming to our site. So I hope that we can grow some more and support all of you. Our mission is to strengthen communities through volunteer action. We believe that when individuals are actively engaged, communities are stronger. So really our mission is about connecting people that want to help with your organizations that need their help. And we want to try to direct the people that make the most sense to help out, that have the right skill sets, that really care about your cause, that live in your community. So that's what we are working on doing. We're part of the Points of Light Global Network, which is a network of volunteer centers all around the world. There's over 200 of us. So if you have a chapter in another city, they might have a Points of Light affiliate there. We're all independently run, so they would have their own process for working with nonprofit organizations. We all have like similar programming. Some of us use the same software. So if you check out their websites, they're probably going to look pretty similar. Points of Light is the world's largest organization on volunteer service. They do a lot of things like the President's Volunteer Service Award. They do the Daily Points of Light Award. They have their own volunteer platform that kind of brings all of our opportunities onto one site. And they work with a lot of different major companies around the world, engaging their companies in civic engagement. Here are some, not all of our the organizations that we work with. We try to have a variety of organizations so that people that have different interests can always find something that really resonates with them, and have a different like activities. Some are food distribution, some are sorting closets, clothing in closets, some are helping with music therapy. So we try to have a wide range of ways that people can give back and really find their way that works best for them. This is just a nice testimonial one of our partners shared with us that I wanted to share with you all. This is Claudia. She's the founder of Porchlight Community Services. She had said, your help with recruiting volunteers has added a layer of comfort to ensure that we have volunteers. If we schedule a distribution, we know that volunteers will show up. HOSC has been a huge help, especially during these uncertain times. So that was, we've really found a great place for us to shine has been with the smaller organizations that don't really have regular volunteers. We've been able to work with them to create more consistent shifts and have a flow of volunteers that they can more reliably count on. Another organization we worked with was Annie Helens, and they've been expanding their store with the help of our volunteers. So that's another thing we're just really proud of. All right, now I'm going to dive into the types of opportunities, but does anyone have any questions about just kind of what our organization is? Or anything I just mentioned? All righty, I will move along. So what we're really known for is our online volunteer calendar. It's the most visited page on our site, so people just go straight there. And it's where you can find opportunities taking place at specific dates and times. So if you're looking for something to do on a Thursday morning, you can find that. And you can filter it based on all sorts of things, your location, impact areas you care about. If you have children, you can look by their age to find appropriate opportunities for their age. If there's a certain skill set you want to use. So it's really meant to hone in on the opportunity that works best for you. And it's really meant to be self-service for the volunteer. They can just go in and filter down to the opportunities that they're looking for. They can click sign up, so the sign up button, and that takes one of these spots. They get a confirmation email from our site that has the location information, where they should park and check in, and then they're good to go. And the organization receives a notice that a volunteer is signed up, and they can view a list of all the volunteers signed up on our site. It also sends them a reminder 2 days before and a thank you afterward. This type of volunteer opportunity requires that you sign an MOU with our organization. It's a very simple agreement, basically saying that you'll keep in contact with us. The volunteers will be safe. Your organization has general liability insurance, and you're going to report back who attended that project, because our volunteers really like having their hours tracked in their account, and our site automatically calculates it for them based on the start and end time of the project. And with those, you would have the volunteers sign our check-in sheet, and you would use that to report their attendance in our portal. But it's very easy. You just check boxes next to their name. And then the other type of opportunity, I call referral opportunities. This is what we'll be using for probably all of the San Diego Gives opportunities. We just started listing these types of opportunities during the pandemic, so it's newer to our site. It's still gaining traction, but we've had already quite a bit of success in matching volunteers using this type of opportunity as well. So this is meant for more of an ongoing role. It's not taking place at a certain time. Maybe you and that volunteer are going to schedule the times that they're going to work, or they're going to do it on their own time. So that fits in well with that. Or if the volunteer needs a background check or any kind of vetting that you need to go through, you want to do an interview with them, anything like that, it would be a referral opportunity. And these opportunities still have a description about the volunteer opportunity, but instead of sign up, it's express interest. So they're not immediately confirmed for that opportunity. They have to receive approval first from your organization. So when they click that express interest button, your organization receives an automatic email with all of their contact information. So you can start reaching out to them. Maybe you send them an application or schedule an interview, whatever it is that your organization's processes for onboarding volunteers, you can go ahead with that. These are great for opportunities where the volunteers need specific skills and you need to make sure that they have those skills, or the skill level is at a level that you're looking for. And that's basically it. There's no agreement required for these ones. And I will move on to the demo. Any questions? I'll show you more what I'm talking about with the calendar and the volunteer opportunity, but any questions at this point?
So Josie, I just want to, Josie, I was going to interject that the referral is what's going to happen with the San Diego Give. So we'll refer them to you, and then you will make sure they have the skills that you need for what you want them to do, and you'll have that one-on-one relationship with them. So just to clarify for sure that it's the referral we're talking about for this program.
Yes, exactly. Okay, great. So this is the landing page we created for San Diego Gives. It has a lot of the same language from the San Diego Gives website, just kind of giving volunteers an idea of what the opportunity is. And it has their instructions on how they can get started. We ask for a donation when volunteers create an account, but for these volunteers, they can just go ahead and make a free community emergency support account, and they'd be able to sign up for any of these opportunities. We haven't started promoting this page yet. We're hoping to get I'd want at least 3, 5, I think would be great, to really start pushing it out there. And we still have a bit of time for San Diego Gives, but right now we have these 2 opportunities from Solutions for Change and Cancer Angels. So when the volunteer wants to look at it, they'll just, all right, let's do the Cancer Angels. Click on it, and they can read the description. We try and be really thorough in this description and clear about what their responsibilities will be, what is expected of them, what's the time commitment. This has been something that's been challenging for organizations to sort of estimate, like, how many hours are you expecting this volunteer to give per week or per month? But that's really going to frame their perspective of if it's something that they are willing to commit to. And we have kind of how you would get started. Cancer Angels wants your resume emailed to them, and then you'll do an interview. They're clear about the location. It's mostly virtual, but they might have some meetings in Encinitas. These are the required skills and experience they need. And these are the physical requirements you might need for this opportunity. We like to say to if you're able to make accommodations. A lot of the, I'm guessing a lot of the San Diego Gives opportunities aren't very physical, so they should be fairly inclusive on who can participate in those. And then we just have the mission statement for that organization. And this lets them know what age is appropriate to sign up for that opportunity. And that also comes up when they're searching for it. And if they aren't that age, they won't be able to sign up for it. So the volunteer would go down here and they would click express interest, and that will trigger an email to Polly. And then Polly would be able to start doing her process with them. I don't want to get her excited for no reason by clicking express interest, but that's kind of how that would work. And I can show you what it would look like on her side for someone to look at who has viewed their opportunities or who has signed up for their opportunities. So this is the portal side that just the organization would have access to. So this is the one for Cancer Angels. We have all sorts of extra information if you ever need any additional resources. But she could view the volunteer opportunity over here. So this is our volunteer opportunity. If there were multiple, they would all be listed there. And then this is all that information we saw on the site, kind of broken down into the fields used to submit them. And then right here, she could see who was expressed interest. And she could even email them. Yeah, there's somebody, but she could email them by selecting their name. Or you can click on their name and email them directly using your own email inbox. And for this one, she's added specific skills she would like to have the volunteer to have. So we can add that as well. And when we add these skills, we're able to run a search for volunteers in our database that have put that they have those skills. And we send them an email letting them know that they could be a good fit for this opportunity. They should check it out. So that could be another way to give you some extra reach. Our opportunities are also connected to directly post to Volunteer Match and to Points of Lights platform Engage. So like this one, I didn't do this, but it copied it right over into Points of Lights Engage platform. So it gives you some more reach without doing any extra work. I have a hard time finding opportunities on Volunteer Match, so I couldn't find that specific one, but this is another one that I know directly posted from our site to Volunteer Match. It might be that Cancer Angels doesn't have a Volunteer Match account because it connects to the tax ID, but those all directly post here as well. Let's see. All right, any questions on that? You can also make minor edits to the description through the site. We're pretty particular on the formatting, so I hope that you don't change the formatting after I put it together. But if you want to change some of the wording and add some links or anything like that, you can definitely do that. If you're doing any of our calendar opportunities, you can pull up reports on the number of volunteers that have attended your projects and how many hours they've served. So if you ever need those for grants, those are easy to access. And if there's reports that we don't have in here that you would like, we can also put those together. And that's basically the tour of our portal. I'm happy to answer questions or show other parts of our site. That's how it would work for San Diego Gives. I'll show our calendar real quick before I go back to the presentation. And you can see here, this is where the San Diego Gives page is. And these are the filters I was talking about. So these are the filters you can use. This is my zip code. And you can see there's a lot less opportunities because it filtered to just the ones within 5 miles of my zip code. And then we also have a search all opportunities that includes those ongoing ones that has similar filters, but they could put their availability. They could put their age to make sure it's appropriate for them, the type of population they want to serve, the skills that they have. I just had someone reach out about looking for Spanish speaking volunteer opportunities, so they could put that and find those opportunities. So we have a few of those. Okay, well, I will go to the last part of the presentation and then I'll just open it up to any other questions. So if this sounds good to you, you want to post some volunteer opportunities to our site, specifically for San Diego Gives, these would be your next steps. I'm going to copy and paste this over to the chat so that you have these links. Okay. So you would just need to register with our site using that link. And then I will follow up with you and send you this link, or you can go ahead and submit that form as well. So that's about your specific volunteer opportunity, whether that's helping with marketing, social media, just focusing on your Mighty Cause page. So that's where you would fill out that information, and it's just one volunteer opportunity at a time. And then I will draft that opportunity using our formatting and ask you any questions I think are missing that volunteers would want to know, and send that over to you to approve. And then you can go ahead and start connecting with the organizations that or the people that reach out that want to support your organization. I also wanted to share a few other ways that we can collaborate. We do corporate volunteer projects with a lot of our nonprofit partners, either at a company's office where they make kits or an item and then they donate it to your organization, or at the nonprofit doing like a beautification or restoration. We also do days of service with the public and tend to put up resource pages for days of service like Martin Luther King Day, holiday volunteer opportunities, which gets really popular. And it's just kind of a hub for people to find like donation drives and volunteer opportunities that are specifically holiday related. But I appreciate everyone. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them.
I would throw in here that it's free for the nonprofits, so there's no charge to you guys. We are a nonprofit as well, and this is the service that we provide, is to support other nonprofits in our community. So it's free, and we really do want to help. It's got to be as clear as mud. But everybody's so quiet. I don't know. People are probably multitasking, trying to get a whole bunch of other things done. But are there any questions? Oh, you're muted, Lauren.
I'm telling a child that he's talking really fast, and if he can chill out. Sorry.
I thought you were talking about. I had a question. Well, we're happy to give everybody the time back, but I mean, the key is, I think, if you're not already registered with us, and I think we do have quite a few who are, that you want to do that first step. And then the key is, then the next piece is to get it put together what you need so that we can post it. So Carol has a question.
Hi everybody. Has anyone done this yet? I mean, we're at a point, sometimes we don't even know what questions to ask. So has anyone in fact applied or asked you for help like with posting on their website or creating their page for San Diego Gives? Has that happened yet at all?
Yes, so I showed you the landing page and it has 2 live volunteer opportunities that are for San Diego Gives volunteers. Those volunteers, they want volunteers that could kind of work beyond San Diego Gives. So like Cancer Angels is asking for also help on their website, but it's still related to their marketing efforts and improving the look of their organization to potential donors. So, but they would want that volunteer to help with putting
Ongoing.
together their Mighty Cause page. And if you want ideas, I
Right.
can drop that landing page in the chat as well.
Okay. Thank you.
We've done things like this in the past. So like one comes to mind right away, and she did help with hospice care. And so we did this kind of referral thing. We put it up very specific to what they needed. And she did get people who in the health field. I mean, she had very specific skills she needed. And she did get people who were interested in helping with that. And so she was connected with them, and she's fairly happy. We've used it ourselves. HandsOn has also used this mechanism before to be able to recruit some help for specific things. So we've got it all set up. This is the first time we've done it for San Diego Gives. We didn't do it last year. It came about because somebody asked about it in that original organizing meeting. So we put it into place to help, and I may take a minute and a half tomorrow morning just to say, put the link into the Fundraising Fridays. If people have extensive email lists or social media or something that they want to help others get started, they can promote. If you've got a couple hours to help, there's people who could use your help. And so it's like, Fundraising Fridays, we all help each other. And so it's all raises, the tide goes up, right? What's the saying? The tide goes up and raises all boats, or something like that. So that's what we're trying to do.
Lisa, maybe we could talk a little about that, of what you are. I'm not sure I understand, because see, the thing is, not everybody on Fundraising Fridays is doing San Diego Gives and stuff. So,
Okay, well, that's fine. But we were just saying that, so we have our own volunteer base, and so we will definitely promote it through that. Asking people to help, and we've got our own social media. But anybody who is part of fundraising of San Diego Gives, if they want to help the whole effort, they can help promote, get it out there. Maybe Fundraising Fridays is not the right place.
Oh, I see. So promote that you can get a volunteer. That's what you're saying. Okay, got it.
That help recruit volunteers that help all the people who need the help. So
okay, got it. I understand better now. Okay,
yeah,
I misunderstood. No, it's okay.
Yeah, it's me. I always jump to Fundraising Fridays. I think it's the most amazing group out there.
No, it is. It's great. I just wasn't sure. I wasn't sure what the plan was, but that sounds good. Great.
I guess I didn't share our impact numbers, but I think that would help. Like last year, we engaged like over 6,000 volunteers. So we're definitely helping people or organizations recruit volunteers. We've been around since 2013. These are the organizations we worked with last year. So just making sure you know that the San Diego Gives volunteer recruitment initiative is new this year, but we are not new.
Great. Well, thank you so much, you guys. And we are always singing your praises. We really appreciate what an awesome resource HandsOn is, and share it with folks all the time. And thank you for doing this demo. And we do have it recorded, and as soon as we get it onto YouTube, we'll post it right to the website. And then also be sure to let other folks, who we should refer to you or whatever. So
Great. Thank you so much.
There's several people saying that they want to you know, get a handle on everything and play around, and then they may have questions later. It just does a lot right now.
Yeah, no, that's great. And, we have our weekly updates for San Diego Gives. And so maybe we'll just, kind of keep putting it in that, like, remember, as you played around, now, if you need some help, we'll get you set up. So that's
Sounds
great.
good.
Okay. Very good. All right.
Thank you, Sharon, for
Thank
hosting us
you.
today.
Yeah, thanks, everybody. Take care. Have a good afternoon. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.